right, y'all. What's going on, man? Let the folks know who we got in front of the camera today, man.
What up, man? It's your boy SADAAM. You know, author, writer, entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Father, well versed.
Okay. So where you from, man?
I represent 40 Brookmont Farms. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine.
Okay. So you saying you know entrepreneur. So tell us some of the things you into. What you got your hands in right now?
Well, right now, I'm working with a lot of entrepreneurs. And what I do is I help them convert and generate leads inside their business. And another thing I got going on is I got a food truck out in Atlanta with my cousin, and we working to get that off the ground as well.
A food truck. Them food trucks free. Man, I see a couple people doing that with them food trucks. What kind of food though? Just like like soul food?
Street food.
Street food?
Yeah, we doing street food. You know what I mean?
You talking like what?
We bringing it
hot dogs?
Yeah, hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? We might do some of the cheesesteaks, but our thing is we bringing it up north vibe down south because it's out in Atlanta.
Oh, it's out in
Philly water ice, all that.
Water ices?
Yeah, during the summertime.
Oh, okay.
You had the Philly water ice, the pretzels, hot dogs, like you said, and we might dab one side of the cheesesteaks.
I was about to ask you, so you gonna do the cheesesteaks?
But we ain't chefs though, man. So we trying to keep it simple for real. You know what I mean? Because we want those SAPs to be SOPs. We want those SOPs to be easily replicated for other people who come in and step in when we want to step off the truck.
Right.
Once you start getting too intricate with the details, it's hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it be, you know what I mean, you gotta find those chefs though. There's some out there that do it for the low. You know what I mean? Make some good food.
Absolutely.
So I know one of the reasons that I really wanted you on my platform is because I know that you used to be in the streets. You know, you've been incarcerated. You came home and you like did a 360.
Yeah.
You started writing books. So tell us a little bit about the books. How you get into writing books? What made you start writing?
Well, I always been writing, first off, even before the music. When I was 7 years old, like my mom, she just recently brought this up to me. She was like, yeah, I remember you used to just sit at the table when you was like 7, 8 years old and just write. And I was just thinking back and I'm like, yo, like that was before the music. And my passion for that was just, I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I was just writing. And that writing turned into music after I studied Jay-Z's Volume 2 back in like 98, Hard Knock Life, Volume 2. And
that joint was lyrical too.
That was lyrical, you know what I'm saying? It was for the streets. And I want to say when I got like 14, 15, I came home from juvie and I dropped my first mixtape because I was like, yo, a lot of these rappers, they talking about the life that I'm living right now at the time. Shit, I could do this. So that's how the music started. And I would say as far as the books, my first book, Young Cannon, it actually initially started as a song. Yeah.
So you feel like that's what you're gonna be doing. Like you found the passion to write as far as writing books. Cause Ben was writing, but as far as writing books, you went from writing rhymes to writing, you know, books. So you feel as though that's what you're gonna be doing for you. That's your niche.
I think that's gonna be part of it. To me, bro, at this point in my life, it's more about the message than the avenue. It's more about the message that I get across more so than how the message is delivered. If you understand what I'm saying.
So what kind of message you think you delivering? What kind of message are you trying to get out there?
Well, first and foremost, I'm thinking about my younger self, right? I'm thinking about SADAAM, 15, 16 years old, right? And I'm meeting my younger self, i.e. the younger guys, where they are, right? And, you know, I'm just basically pulling from my experience and try to give them advice on how to go through, you know, certain stuff in the streets. You know, they different than we was back then,
right.
But I'm just pulling from my experience and try to give the best advice that I can from that experience in however way I can, whether that's music, which is not really like a main thing for me right now, whether that's books, fiction, like my first 2 books, they fiction, but I might get into the nonfiction at some point. Whether that's a podcast like me doing, it's more, to me, it's more so about the message, because that's more my passion than how the message is delivered.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know with the music, I don't think music is, it's not too many positive messages with the music no more.
Yeah.
So I don't think that many people will look towards music as for like a, you know, positive message to do something good. As far as books now, that's a little different. But the only thing is with the books is you got to get people to read the books.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because the first 3 or 4 years of me being into the publishing industry, I didn't realize who my audience was. I thought coming from music and going into the fiction game, you know what I'm saying, more so the street urban fiction, I was thinking that my audience was the same audience from the music. But I found out over time, like, oh, it's a totally different audience. You know what I'm saying? So I tried my best to marry the two. So my first book, like I said, it started as a song. And we got a soundtrack out as well for the people who want to hear, you know what I mean, more music or hip hop telling you the same story from the book.
So the canon, what? Run us through that again exactly. How? Like, what's this? Like, give us a little rundown on that story.
On the story from Young Cannon?
Yeah, from the story from Young Cannon.
What exactly?
Like, basically, what is it about?
So yeah, it's about a young kid growing up, you know what I mean, in a impoverished neighborhood. And basically, bro, the main character, I would say he's pretty much a composite of all the guys that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So you might got this guy, his mom was a crackhead, his pop was in jail. You know what I'm saying? And I'm painting a picture of what the life is like for a young, impoverished kid, young black kid growing up in the hood.
So what makes your book or your message, what makes it want the young boys want to gravitate to it? What makes them want to gravitate to it? What do you think it is that make them want to gravitate to your book or to what you got going on?
I mean, going back to what I said earlier, I don't necessarily think it's making them gravitate toward the book, because those kind of books people read for entertainment. 90% of my readers are females, and a lot of them haven't even came from that life. You see what I'm saying? But as far as the message, I think more on a grander scale, like getting into film and short films and stuff like we kind of talked about before. I think that's more geared towards that crowd.
Yeah, I think the short films is more geared toward that crowd too.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it's like the way people attention span is now, man. It's like it's so short. It gotta be like the first 30, 40 seconds of whatever it is that you showing them. They gotta catch it. They gotta catch them.
Yeah, they gotta hook them.
They gotta hook them. And if it's like, if it don't, it's like, man, they just gonna, they ain't gonna pay no mind. They gonna be on to the next, man, you know?
Yeah. So, but I mean, also too, with that, I think you gotta build your audience too. Because if you build your audience, I think we put too much, we put too much value in short attention span. Right. But if you got your crowd, your audience, and you putting out shit that they like, then they gonna watch it. You feel me? No matter how short or how long it is. But I will say, just studying the platforms, that's important too. So like something like Instagram or TikTok, like, yeah, you gotta know how to grab their attention in 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like the social media is like, is a good way now for the young people to make money?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just talking to my son about it last week. He's 16, he play ball. But oh yeah, for sure. Like whatever it is that they do, like I was just telling him, I'm like, yo, you need to start doing some basketball stuff on TikTok, like, and I was just giving them ideas, like, yo, like, start recording your workouts. You know what I'm saying? Anything, whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, absolutely. Like
TikTok, you know, they about to shut that down next month. It's a wrap.
Yeah, I think the U.S. just want to get some kind of control over it.
Yeah, they talking about, man, they giving out money on TikTok right now as far as coupons and 50% off and 60% off TikTok stores and stuff and all that, because they about to shut it down. So it's getting hectic on that joint.
Yeah, but you know that's about to be a thing too in 2025.
What?
The live online shopping. So like people just scrolling on well, TikTok already been doing it, but Instagram and all the other platforms.
Oh, so they about saying to like Instagram about to have a shop?
All them platforms about to start doing that shit.
I think Facebook already, Facebook Market.
Like live online shopping. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where it started from TikTok though, right?
TikTok was the first one I seen.
First one I seen do it, yeah. A lot of people quit their jobs and made a living off that. And it's crazy, like they shutting it down, like they really alter a lot of people's lives, but man, you gotta go with the times, you gotta roll with the punches, you just gotta, you know, keep it moving and try to find something new to do. Learn new skills.
Yeah, you gotta be adaptable, man.
Definitely gotta be adaptable. So, are you political?
Nah.
You say you political?
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Nah.
Why you say that? Would you?
I mean, I mean, to a certain extent. So do it matter that Trump is in office now, or you don't care? That don't bother you one way or another?
Nah, it really don't. I mean, bro, I think both candidates had their pros and their cons. You see what I'm saying? But for me, if you want my opinion, or you want to know why I think Trump won? I personally think Trump won because he took advantage of the new age media. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see the lady, Kamala Harris. She wasn't doing long form interviews as much as Trump was. He went on Rogan for like 3 hours. He went on a couple other ones for like 3 hours. You feel me? We saw 30-minute, 1 hour videos from Kamala Harris and Trump. People want to know what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, like, Trump might say some crazy shit, but at least I know. You know what I'm saying? What he's thinking. Kamala Harris, people I don't think can really connect with her the way that they wanted to. And I think that was really the problem.
I think it was, well, that too. And it was just like, I don't think a woman can run this country. So I think a lot of people felt that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Not saying that women is bad or women can't control. It's just, I feel as though if you run, if she would have became president, I felt as though other countries would have tried this, just for the simple fact that they would have thought it was weak because of female in office.
For sure.
Not saying that she won't be able to run it, but it just wouldn't be good as far as the look. So I think that's probably like the main reason why she didn't become. But we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
And see how this falls. So let's jump a little bit into the Delaware music scene a little bit. Is there anybody out here that you listen to? Like, do you feel as though got some traction, that you feel as though, got a little buzz out here?
Yeah, like I said, I've been watching from afar. I ain't been really watching the music scene too close. But I mean, I think I like what Bird doing because number one, I feel like he's been the most consistent over these years. You know what I'm saying? And he's only continuing to evolve. You know what I mean? And one thing I like about Bird is he has the skill level, meaning he can give you everything that you want music wise. Also, he has a good name. You know what I'm saying? And he likable. People like Bird.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I definitely think he fired Mercy, what's the name? Mercy 700 or something.
Mercy 700.
I like him. Yeah, I think, you know what I mean, younger guy. I definitely think that he definitely can do something for the other younger generation. I like him for sure.
How you feel about the drill music?
I mean, I think at a point it was needed at a point, because it was like when they first came in with it, and you had the guys who was really like, they was just rapping about their life. Like when Dirk and Chief Keef and all those guys first came with these real shit, like that was Chicago for sure. Now I think the drill thing is kind of became it's kind of watered down, and it ain't as authentic as it was then. Like you can actually feel, yo, when those dudes was in their living room rapping about that shit, like they were really like doing that at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's not, I don't think it's really as authentic.
They started drill out here in a state like Delaware, where it's not really, this is lyrical state. I feel as though the tri-state is lyrical.
Yeah. They hopped on the wave.
Out here.
Yeah.
You feel as though that's kind of like off, or you think that's just something that's going to happen? It's just fitting in?
Yeah, I think that's something that's going to happen just throughout music in general. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be waves, there's going to be ebbs and flows all the time. So, yeah.
So, all right, let's switch it a little bit. Let's get back to your books, man. How many books you have written?
2, Young Cannon 1 and Young Cannon 2.
Young Cannon 1, Young Cannon 2.
But I've published more than one though.
So you're a publisher too?
I got into that lane. I touched on that, but it's a tricky game with the publishing game. But yeah, I published 4 books, and I got 2 personal books out.
And what they out on right now? That's that they wanted to read them or get them.
Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Apple, pretty much wherever you get your books.
Okay, all right. So is you planning on writing more, or you gonna chill for a little bit, or you?
I think if anything, I get more into the film side of things. You know what I mean? Like in the script situation.
I think it'll still be good to have your hands in both of them, though. You could do your film and still, do your little writing on the side for the books. You can write like kids' books.
I thought about that. I was actually thinking about doing a kid book and put my daughter, like writing one with her, actually. So that's definitely something that crossed my mind before. If I do a kid book, it'd be that. But for me going forward, I'll probably finish out the Young Cannon, maybe do one more of those, maybe 1 or 2, and from there I'll probably personally get more into the nonfiction.
The nonfiction thing.
Yeah.
Side of things.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you would want to work with as far as with short films, as far as with like production, with like producers, videographers, writers, actors, actresses? Is there any that you want to say, that you want to look forward to? Just to stay watching and you try to get this
big time, or like just like
it don't matter. I mean, it could be local, it could be,
Okay. I mean, locally, I would definitely say Jet Phoenix.
Yeah.
MC.
I'm saying been doing this thing lately.
Yeah, MC been doing this thing. Like, as far as actors and actresses, honestly, bro, like, I talked to Relicus in DH. We had to sit down and we talked about turning my first book into a series, and they was with it. We just ain't really, we ain't put it all together. It's really my fault. Yeah, it's my fault for real.
Definitely gotta get with them on
Relicus.
They doing their thing right now with the movies and skits and stuff.
Hell yeah,
right.
Yeah, so if I would want to work with anyone in that lane, definitely it would be them.
Yeah, it's a. When I started doing the videography and camera work, I met a lot of actors and actresses. I didn't know it was a lot of actors and actresses out here in Delaware. I didn't know it was a lot. It's a lot of them out here, bro.
Yeah,
they just.
I think they started that wave. They started bringing a lot of those people into that wasn't actually into it before. I mean, Relicus and DH. They needed people for their skits, and I think they started pulling people into that.
So let me ask you something. Do you feel as though you gotta leave Delaware to make it?
When you say leave, you mean like move out of Delaware?
Move out of Delaware and promote it outside of Delaware.
Not necessarily in 2025, because we got the internet now. But you do need to broaden your horizons and expand your relationships, I believe, for sure. Yeah.
I be watching your gram. I be on your gram. You be making inspirational videos. What's that about? Tell us about that.
Actually, I mean, that started when I would do my workouts, right? I might go for a run. At one point, I'm gonna say a couple years ago, I went and I ran like a mile, 2 miles every day for a year straight, and then did my workout. So I used to just get inspiration during my workout because I wouldn't really listen to music during my workout, and I would just pull out my phone and say what I had to say then. Then people would actually come to me and I was getting that positive reinforcement. I would see a couple of people like out and about and they'd tell me like, yo, that one joint you put out when you said XYZ, yo, I needed that day. And I'm like, all right, this is really like speaking to people. You know what I mean? Like this is really part of my calling that I should be doing. So I kind of been consistent with it at that time.
Yeah, man, you've been doing your thing, man. I want to just say I respect that. And you gotta just keep doing it, man. Don't stop.
Yeah.
You've been doing it since back in the day from the music, and you just kept it consistent, man. I respect that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So you got something to say to the young people out there that's trying to, do the same thing you doing, entrepreneurship, and get things rolling. You got something to say to the young boy?
Man, I would just say, just stay at it. You know what I'm saying? And don't depend on nobody else for your success, right? It's you got to go out there and you got to learn different skills. You can't wait for a handout. You know what I mean? So, hey man, continue to stack the skills, continue to learn. Don't take failure as being a failure. Just learn from it and keep pushing.
Definitely learn from it and keep pushing, man.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want the people to know that you got going on before we close this out?
Man, I just did a song with my man Wild Diz. He got a joint where he got a bunch of other artists from the state on there. He got the boy O Flame. He got Taz. He got N.O. He got the boy Maddie on there. And a few other people that he got on the track. So look out for that. Also, yeah, man, more books coming soon, maybe some music. I don't know, that's not really my main focus right now. But yeah, we'll see. Follow me on the gram.
All right, man, I appreciate it. What's your gram again? Tell them your gram.
Gram is SADAAM Hassan, SADAAM HASAAN.
All right, man, I appreciate you coming through, kicking it with us, man. Kicking it with the, with the fam and all that. Hopefully you come back on. You know what I mean? Later on, whenever. Anytime you want, man.
You're definitely coming back, bro.
Anytime you want.
Appreciate it,
the doors open for you, bro.
Yeah.